Alrighty. Hello, everyone. It's nice to be back. Hope you're having a good time. Had a nice little, not intended break from Netrunner, really, just an accidental break from streaming, honestly. So, yeah, I don't have super big plans for today, but figured, honestly, I read this write-up by Izzy about Mercury, and I thought, you know, it seems like a very fun kind of take on some old stuff. Anarch. I'm gonna probably do a small tweak or two, but I think we'll get this started just to do something a little different. Hope everyone's having a good time. I went to Crown of Servers, I think 3 weeks ago now, which is kind of wild. Then it was American Thanksgiving, and then last week I was traveling out to PAX Unplugged, where I got to do, got to do a full day of demos, and then oh my goodness, Jeff hit the button one time. Here we go. I guess, you know what, we'll play this list straight up, and then we'll do some modifications. Yeah, I do usually stream with some background music. If it's distracting, let me know, but in theory, the idea is the audio level should be pretty low. For me, feels like it takes a little bit of the pressure off of having to always talk, a thing I kind of struggle to do with a little bit. And I can just let us kind of vibe and listen to some music. You know, that's just kind of what I've been doing. This music is all from Trip Mirror, who has done a series of Netrunner themed albums. So yeah. Let's see. So this is the list we're talking about. So the idea is we're just going to use Mercury for some early game pressure. We're on a 47 card list because we can't be bothered to optimize. We're going to run a 47 card list with 2 en passants is quite silly. Oh, is it really that loud that it's talking over me? Hey, Chris. Yeah, I mean, this is like pretty much just a regular trim list, running a Revolver and a Carmen and 2 Kurapura and 2 Shibboleth. A lot of breakers, especially when we're going to run Katorka Breakout. Like, I have some... Oh, am I back? Oh. All right. All right. ASA group. Okay. I feel like this is not the best hand we could have. Yeah, now again, I think this is kind of on that shell. I guess, no, well, this is actually more on the CTZ shell, right? This is, oh, I should move my camera a little bit to the JNet position. Whoop. Oh, I want that fade to be, like, longer. It's like 500 milliseconds, and let's do... I don't know. I think I just messed something up. Okay, sorry, now I'm just playing with my streaming gear while waiting for my player to take a draw. Okay, so we're gonna try and keep R&D ice from being rezzed, I think. Use that as a pressure point. But this is actually a pretty nice hand. Sandwell pretty much has to ice HQ here. One of the things I've been trying to figure out is how slow can you play Corp right now. I think Andre's video actually, is it more valuable for me to waste 2 clicks on diversion here? And then contest the Rashida? I think it does. Because, like, actually getting the Rashida, assuming I get it here, is actually I care more about than getting the access on HQ. I have Sneak Door Beta at some point, and, like, yeah, I spent a click, a card, and a credit or to make that happen, but I kind of got the effect I needed on net. Okay, we're gonna just charge at this here, and then we're going to oh, should I be using a newer okay, give me a let's see. Ooh, not great. Okay, Rahai, let me figure out if I can figure out how to do this. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Yeah, honestly, I might. I'll probably have to do it after the stream. I don't want to try and figure this out during the stream. Now that I think about it a bit more, what does my next turn even look like here? Alright, so they're drawing so they can then land this fully up here, I think. Let's have a tomorrow's headline, or Your Digital Life, I mean. Oh boy, apparently my internet's just gonna be spotty all day today. Maybe we can ditch the... Oh, that's a bummer. Man, what is going on with my Wi-Fi? Or not, it's not even my Wi-Fi, I'm... Very weird. Okay. We can ditch this and this for now. Actually a pretty good spin doctor. Control Shift A. Gearbox on the upper right. Check. Whoop. Says no updates found. I may have also modified things. I like tried to push up agenda points a little bit, so I don't know. I may have done some modifications that like are messing up yours. Okay, I'd love to find... Actually, Inside Job seems good here. Would have been good a click ago, though. I think I'm okay with letting this one go. I should have done this in a slightly different order. Yeah, that's why I should have done this in a different order. Oh, I'm on latest now. Okay, and probably when I reload the page, it'll do something funky. Are we gonna score an Ikoa? No, but are we gonna install the Ikoa in server 1, maybe? I might Shibboleth and try and run HQ. I guess it's the same as it always is, but like, Liberated, Shibboleth Docklands. Okay. I think I want to go lib inside job on server 1. Just make your res quite a bit here, I think. We know that that's an ablative on top of R&D.
Trust the whale and consortium. Build. The last.
Oh, right. Manigarm stuffs me here, doesn't it? So we'll spend click. Oh, interesting, a spin doctor. Yeah, that can go. I have 8 credits sitting on the bank here. Yeah, if they don't like install advance this turn, I can like lib sneak door, hit it. And the problem is it's only 1 hit. It's kind of why I want to go like Shibboleth Docklands run. Oh, but I'm still a click short there. Okay, we're gonna play this a little bit slower. Do I put the Shibboleth down now? No, I should be doing a draw here. Yeah, Bravado seems good. Shibboleth, Docklands, Bravado is 6, and I need 8. Ugh. Boo. I wonder if I want to bankroll. It's a card I've been really impressed with. I got to play a bit of... who's 4-1? Oh, yeah. So, also, if people haven't seen, I was on the Neon Static. I drove up to New Hampshire, just about a little bit over an hour from where I am now. And we played some games in Netrunner, and it was a lot of fun. They were in person. They were on a very nice live setup. Okay, let's see if we can get the Hermes. We cannot. That's a bummer. Do I want the Kurapira? Guess I do, don't I? Because I go something like Bravado Server 2. No, this doesn't work either, because of how things line up. But this is still just a good econ piece, I think. Yeah, if I'm going this way, I actually maybe want the laundry, but I guess getting my 2 breakers out is a pretty big deal. Oof, Drafter stinks, that's for sure. Install a Rashida maybe and get back a Folia. Oh no, we shuffled. This is one of those things I wonder about, is if you're actually supposed to okay, so we're cutting lots of Manigarms. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep going. There's really no harm, it just makes me money. But yeah, finishing up, did some games with out over at Neon Static. Was a ton of fun. People should definitely check it out. Nick has spent a ton of time on that setup, and it really shows. What of these do I really need? Though doing something like next turn going Katorga Archives to get the Doof diversion seems okay. Oh, interesting. I was not expecting Vitruvius there. Let's see what Z is going to do next. Okay, so I think it might actually be next turn that I try and go for the Katorga diversion. This turn's probably just a Docklands run. So we know there's an Ikoa in there. I don't think there's more because we've been keeping a pretty good lock on things. Void Trash feels good. No draw is definitely bad. I don't have enough credits now to do the Katorga and go, but... But we have a decent amount of econ left on the list. This game is going to be over pretty soon. Let's just keep running R&D. Sick rips. Alright. Yep, central pressure's not terrible. Free R&D interface for the whole game. And we did access 19 cards. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it does feel really good to R&D interface again. So, oops, let's do some more small tweaks. Okay, now we need to cut 2 cards. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut the Carmen, and we're going to go to an Amakua. And let's get a bankroll or 2 in here. No, this deck is not trying to do run economy. That's the whole theory of this deck, is we're not actually playing a run economy deck. Okay. Runner, save the replay. It's almost like rushing against built-in R&D pressure is bad. It's definitely questionable that they never iced R&D at all. Yeah, the start of the game install a free R&D interface is not bad, and honestly, it would maybe be slightly worse than the ID we actually played, because my opponent might have actually installed stuff on R&D, but... Oh, did I cut all the favors? That's why they were on 2x. Okay. That's, you know what? Let's just go and do that edit real quick before we... Let's just find the worst card. I think it's the 3rd inside job. We're gonna play. There you have oh. Rip. Okay, we're just gonna do a new live. I just do this because if people see the lobby, they often give it like a half second before they do that. Should have brought my mirror morph. Oh, don't, Francisco. It's all right. Ace into Crim is always one of the hardest matchups. And you were actually in a like, if I didn't have R&D lock, you were in a pretty good spot. I think one of my pieces of advice would be, oh my goodness, I don't even know. Am I coming through? Okay, fantastic. I'm seeing like a lot of dropped frames. I gotta check. Is it? Man, that. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, my biggest piece of advice is you had lots of ice, and I would make sure some of it ends up on R&D. It does a lot to kind of narrow down what I'm able to do and how much pressure I'm able to put up. Man, I wonder what's going on with my... I had some issues last night as well with my internet, so... They've been so good for a while. It's a real bummer. But yeah, I don't know. I think before I went on break, I said I was hoping to have a video out. As some of you may have seen, I was in Andre's chat going, I hated how that video turned out. I'd like to try and restore it and figure it out someday, but it's going to be a little bit... I feel like I have to do some retooling of it. I want to do some worlds analysis, but it's also tricky because with each passing week, the relevance goes down, and so then I feel like the quality requirement has to go up for me to justify doing it, which then makes it harder for me to do, and I just get stuck in this kind of loop. I'm kind of curious what people feel like the kind of pieces of the meta are at the moment. Let me see if I can get Paint to work. Oh man, Paint's still having this funky issue. Let's try just changing how I do Paint, maybe. Ah, there we are. Cool. I feel like metas are often like a little bit of like a push and a pull. So we've got like, I don't know. Let's go with like this color maybe. We've got like Reality Plus. You can just do a CBI analysis now. Yeah, if I knew. So we've got, yeah, let's see. Just go R plus. Oh, can I like, why are you not letting me like go up inside? What? That's like such a universal thing that you can just go Control plus. Okay, so we have R plus, which like pretty strongly beats. Here, let's go. Let's see, what can I do? What am I thinking about? So we've got R plus. I'm trying to think like what the corps are, right? So we've got R plus, we've got Rush Up. What the heck? This is such a weird... Alright. Got Rush Up, we've got PD. Yeah, probably Francisco, but you know, that's Netrunner's a pretty small community. The chat's never that bad. Okay, we got Rush Up, we got PD. What else do we have? What else are meta forces right now? Let's put, I don't think anyone's really playing it, but I think, you know, we got Glacier BTL, right? We have a selection. No, we don't really. Big Op, is that really a thing? Okay. Punitive RH is a good one, yep. I think people are figuring out that you can play against Punitive RH. Like, I think if you watch, so if you watch the game I played against Nick on Monday, like, I had a pretty bad draw as Crim, but like Crim probably shouldn't really lose to Restoring Humanity. You can let them actually get you can honestly let a Regenesis get scored most of the time, and as long as you have good control of the board state, I don't know, Jonas, someone told me to play it, put it on here because Eric's playing it. I don't know if I believe it. But what else do we have? We don't really have any Asa. We don't really have... Which is kind of wild, right? Like, Asa was a very popular corp going into Worlds. and then just like didn't do well at Worlds and completely disappeared. And it's interesting because it's like, what are the archetypes you have runner side? We've got like, what do they call it? Twinning Sable, because we also maybe have Deep Dive Sable. What else do we have? We've got Deep Dive Lat. We've got, and this is one where like I think it's going to be a presence, but not necessarily because it's great. We've got Mulch. We've got Reg Hosh. Oh, you know what? No, that's a good shout out though. Like Reaper and EH, I think it's still a deck. Let's try gold. Oh no. Oh. Hey, we got someone. Fantastic. We'll come back to that later, I guess. I mean, this is a good start. Doesn't have any draw, but it's quite good. Did people figure out how to play against Reaper NEH? Like, actually, Dapper Rat Chick? I do think, though, like, the Mulch decks probably are really favored into, into the Reaper NEH. Yeah, I can't believe we hit the 2 Asa players. Do I not trash this? So I can play Gamble? I think that's correct. Wheels, bones everywhere, then lots of stone chips. Yeah, I think stone chips coming out is a big deal. Like, I think you kind of just have to play stone chips as Shaper right now to stay alive. And it's not like the worst draw card in other matchups, so it's okay. It's just like slightly worse than Diesel. I think this is like draw. We might even actually just inside job click 1 here. Actually, no, it's, you know what it is? It's Bones inside job on server 1. I will spend 2 clicks on this Manic Arm. Oh. That's not what I was expecting. Okay, we're gonna draw. We're gonna run R&D here, I think. Biotic and a Spin Doctor. I don't really actually want to try. I think I do have to trash the Spin Doctor. I don't want to because my credit situation is becoming tricky. I guess career. Oh, I should have career faired out of Class Act. That's what I should have done. Oof, Luminal there is crummy for me. It's like the only thing is like the Reaper NEH like should die to all this tech, but like it's also kind of a resilient deck in some senses. I kind of want to just run HQ first click here. Make them res this Managarm. Yeah, I do kind of have to trash it that way. I don't think there's many punishes here at 5. Like a Gatekeeper's marginally bad. Okay, there we have a Fermenter. Oh, our next turn's actually really nice and easy. Okay. I think it's just 1, 2, 3. Yes, I think it's just credit Hermes, Fermentor, Career Fair, and Earthrise. And now we get to run HQ. Unless my opponent reses stuff. HQ is probably bare, but I don't think I mind running it here. Earthrise Hotel. I think we're in for a fun turn here. Credit. Diversion. Inside Job. Steal. Bounce the ice. Okay, so I've been, one of the memes in the testing group has been, oh no, fully op. Okay, I was like, Gaslight for like tag punishment here would actually just kill me, I think. Now we're gonna install on server 1 and then fire the fully op. I don't like the drawing there, last click, at all, honestly. I think drawing there is borderline game losing. Yeah, but GG. Yeah, you just can't draw last click on an open HQ. They could have maybe drawn again to try and dilute, but I probably just slammed down the Docklands. Yeah, again, I don't think you have to go this fast against Crim. I think this is one of the things that's like, maybe Corpse can slow down a little bit. Because runners don't have the infinite drip they used to. And so you can respond in turn by being a little bit more resilient and a little more kind of thought on your plans. Okay, so I want to go back to this for a second while I get some stuff ready in the background. Okay, I'm going to do... Okay. Yeah, like, I'm going to be playing... Like, obviously the stuff I play is a little... Am I going... Sorry about the dropped stream, everyone. Hopefully it's not... It stabilizes a little bit. Okay. Ooh. Oh no. What am I doing? Okay. So... Like, what's happened? Well, like, kind of... I'm trying to think... Yeah, Stimbot must be real mad at me. So I think these two lists are pretty good into R+ and Reaper NEH. Basically because of the Imp interaction. We have Imp that just kind of stops these decks from reliably getting to big oppos, and you just kind of Imp their whole deck, right? But I think Mulch and Reg Hosh really struggle against both Rush Ob and Precision Design. I don't know how they do in the Glacier Op and BTL matchups. I'm sorry, the Glacier BTL and Big Op lists. To me, that's a little more speculative. Hey, Francisco. That's a wonderful year. I'm glad my video helped you make the jump to standard. If there's stuff you feel like it would have been like, oh man, I really wish he had mentioned X, I'm all ears for it. I think that's a video I'm going to be revisiting and kind of updating quite a bit. So, but Twinning Sable and Deep Dive Sable, I think, are both pretty reasonable into both Precision Design and Rush Op. The diehard Rush Op players and PD players will say that Sable is not as favored in those matchups, and like, as one of those Rush Op players, I feel that to my core, but the data doesn't support me, right? The data says in tournament play that Twinning Sables and Deep Dive Sables do really well into these kind of rush decks. This is a sick start, though. Even though they're gonna name event, we should just go Gamble, Bravado, Pinhole. Like, we could just actually play all of our events and be okay here. Let's see what Crocmaster does here, though. There's no pressure on us here to actually do anything. I think, once again, R&D is going to be the place for us to go and apply pressure, so I don't mind doing this too much. Okay, I think I can put... Actually, maybe I put Kurapura on the bottom for now. Okay, so that has to be an NGO front, right? No living soul can convince me that matchup. I played PD at Worlds, went 0-4 versus Sable in the main event. No one can convince me that the matchup isn't anyway close to being okay for PD. Yeah, it definitely might be. So I'm actually going to play the Pinhole here to try and snipe this NGO front. Because we have this mutual favor, so we can mutual favor, grab Shibboleth, install it, and diversion. We'll break the end the run. We'll let Unbroken Subroutines fire. I'm going to keep credit totals low. Okay. I'm gonna draw. Which of these is better? I think Fermentor's better here. I'm gonna draw again. And Bravado HQ. Okay, so this is almost certainly the Neurospike Asmari list. It might be the... I don't... Like, it's hard to tell which version of it actually is. Given that there's an upgrade in the remote, I wonder if I'm supposed to run server 1 there. So now I know I can pinhole this and be pretty safe. I'm also going to want to draw for an inside job. But why would you play B1001 in Asmari when you could just play it in R+? I'm very confused about that. It's probably a no event turn. We're going to install and click the Liberated once. Let's see. Let's keep drawing here. Ooh, Coup Repair is a great draw. Okay, so I think it's actually going to be click Liberated again, install Hermes. Then we have a turn that's just like install Kupira, install Revolver, lock the remote. So assuming a card comes into the remote. Yeah, this is a lot of missed Fermenter value. That is what I should have clicked instead. Yeah, I definitely have missed this. I just forgot that Fermenter was in my hand. Okay, so this is actually, I think, I'm less worried about Super Glacier and more worried about, yep, sequencing, don't worry about it. I'm now worried about Glacier and not Neurospike per se. Hey, Izzy. Yeah, it does look familiar. I made a couple of tweaks because while I'm sure En Passant does something for you, it doesn't do anything for me. So I cut the En Passants for some more econ cards and tried to get it down to 45. But yeah, people should definitely go check out Izzy's original write-up here, Theory of Mercury, 5th at Crown Servers, Worlds 23. And I really applaud y'all for doing this. Okay, so draw. Don't need this. I think what we're gonna do is we're just going to. I think Diversion HQ is actually still relevant here. Is it though? We can just draw. Now it's super not relevant. So now I'll just Bravado HQ. Oh, I thought you were just being humble and asking for some shoutouts, which would be well deserved. So, I don't think I care about the Spin Doctor. Okay, so this is Jupstad Grid Neurospike. Okay. Can I trash this? I don't need to, though. So, presumably this is the Jupstad grid. Okay, I'm kind of glad I didn't go for the diversion line, because I would just be giving Crocmaster more credits here. 13 cards left in R&D feels quite unusual here. Do I want the second class act or the inside job? I feel like a class act is okay. I think I'm just gonna poke Archives to try and get a Spin Doctor popped here. And I think we'll... Did I do the thing backwards? I don't know. We're gonna draw again. Again, my goal here is not to win. My goal here is stop my opponent from winning. So this is kind of like eventually I'll want to get the Carmen down. Actually, did I cut the Carmen because in a fit of hubris? I may have cut the Carmen in a fit of hubris. Let's go Pop Fermenter. Pinhole Threading Archives. Do we see a Jupstad grid? We don't. Okay. Draw. Or we just can go on the bottom and we'll install casts. Okay. So I think it's just run server. Okay, so this is gonna have surveyors on it, I guess. Oh yes, could have career fair the cast. Yes, that is definitely true. 17 credits. They can res quite a bit of ice, but I don't know. Yep. So they have to have probably 3 border controls here. I think I won't use it here because there might be a border control I can bypass further down. Yeah, we'll match and fully break. Okay, 2 credits. Do I care about my tags here? No one's made some of many very important knowledge. Yeah, I know it's definitely a lacking area for sure. So this is 1, 2, 4. So this is 6 credits to get in. I think ending on 1 tag is fine. Oh, I could always doof them. That's a good point. Oh yeah, that's true. They do roast the grid. Yeah, thank you. Now again, you're catching that too. So this is a okay. It is a re-education. We'll return this card. We'll trash the Jupstad grid. And I might just draw a card here. There's the Amakua. Oh, I guess I could have career faired the Earthrise and been okay. Okay, that's probably an NGO front. They're on no money, so it's kind of gotta be, right? What's the inf count? We've seen 4, 7, 11. So might be 1 border control, 3 Jupstads for 15, right? I think I don't really want to run R&D here. Let's see. I think I'm okay with running HQ because changes are actually, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. The reason it doesn't make any sense is I can't steal Bologna. So there's no point to running when I can't steal Bologna. Like, them getting subliminal money here is totally fine. I still get into server 1 quite cheaply with 2 Jupstads. I'm pretty safe to most things. Like, it's going to be a little bit before they can even do much to me. Whereas now I can go diversion, diversion, get them down to 2 credits, I think. Which I think is a thing I'm happy to do. Yeah, Turtle makes a lot more sense now. World's Mother was expecting a ton of virus, so ended up with breakers with backups instead. Yeah, I see how you got there. Like, it makes a lot of sense. How often is RID triggered? Not at all this game. It triggered actually quite a bit in our last 2 games, though. Which I thought you were here for, but maybe you're not. If you weren't, like, it was literally an R&D interface in game 1, and it won me the game turn 2 against Asa. Or it won me game 2, I should say, not turn 2. Is that gonna be Spin Doctor 3? No, that's NGO front. Okay. Okay, so the goal here is Sneak Door better than just going at them? I don't think it is. Because I'd rather have my rig, I think. Okay, my opponent doing the smart thing and using their NGO here. Which tells me there's agendas in hand. I almost wonder if I'm supposed to lose a click there so I can steal 2 Bolognas. Let's run R&D here. Oh, actually, no, it's okay. I should have gone back and clicked for a credit. Oof. Oh, we could be out of this game if I clicked for a credit. I could technically die to a single end of the line here. If I do, so it goes. I think I want the laundry, right? I guess, so I can live the career fair, click it twice, run HQ. Yeah, I guess that's correct, right? Oh wait, can I live it? So I spend 2, 3, yeah, I'm credit perfect. Just using coup repair to bypass, to avoid spending 1 credit. Let's see, and then we spend 2 to match strength of Enigma, 1 to break the end the run. Oh, and there was re-education there anyway. GG. Yeah, I don't know. This is like it's a weird meta because I think like against the top decks, it can be very court favored. But what you have is like this really weird kind of rock, paper, scissors thing. Where it's like there's just decks that beat other decks and then lose to other stuff. Eric, when the CBI prizes are announced is when people will know what the CBI prizes are. I would say Engine RE is probably only one favorable matchup into Glacier BTL, so it's probably not really deserving of being on this list, but look, it's a list I'm making, so it goes in there. Deep Dive Lat, I think, is actually one of the most like resilient, powerful decks in the meta right now. It is tricky to play well and kind of a boring deck. But or it's boring to me as someone who wants complex engines, but like it's actually a really skill expressive deck and is quite strong. And yeah, this is definitely the best meta of the last 3 to 4 years. Hands down. Like, I don't even think it's close. In before Hollow Endurance. Yeah. No, to be honest, I'm not the person in charge of prizing for CBI, so it's not on the front of mind. What's the most fun mid-tier runner right now? It's Arasana. Yeah, it's like the Engine Arasana lists, I think, are like really good mid-tier lists. Like, this is... So, I think there's a version of Arasana. Let's go see if I have it saved here. Okay, I don't. Do I have it here? Oh, I don't have it logged in. Oh, that's the correct answer, though. Where is it? This is, like, oops. This meta is by far, I think, definitely something like this deck. You can play with slots here and there, but, like, twinning Zaya that just rips lots of Centrals access is great. Like, it's just a blast to play, and it feels good, and you get to do fun netrunner stuff. You know, this deck is starting to get to a place where I'm happy with it. I'm trying out 2 UAV, 2 Cubon, and leaning a little bit more on the Aeneason package. In my version of Arasana right now. I'm also trying out a Singleton Joyride, which is definitely a bit suspect, but... Oh, yeah, Chris. No, I think... So that's the list I played at... So the list I played at... Let me see if I can go and find it. I don't think it's a locked list. Let me double check that I'm not spilling... No, it can't be locked. Yeah, because we haven't been locking lists. So... Let me go see if I can find this. Where is it? So I can just copy the list. Yeah, my Sovereign of Subways are Arasana. Yeah, like, it was just kind of a pile. Wait, did it not get tagged as Shaper? What? What the heck? Okay. But basically what I was playing was like you just take a boring lat deck. Like you just take the solid lat list like this. Where is it? Like you take Ride or Dive. You like honestly like you could almost just play this 45 in Arasana. I think putting a there's some choices that I don't personally love here that I would immediately want to start playing with. Like I would cut the compile without even thinking about it. I'm not the biggest fan of Overclock, but like many other Shaper players play Overclock and enjoy it. To me, it's just like it's such a bad stim hack replacement that you're better off playing something else. So we are on daily casts already, so it's maybe fine. But yeah, like you can take this list, put it in Arasana, maybe find space for a Slap Vandal, but like the install SMCs, install Hushes, and install Peach's House from hand is like okay. And like I don't think like it's the like how much the clicks you save on SMC installs and Hush and Pichasau installs, like does that make up for the draws you miss on lat? And honestly, it probably does in a lot of the games, because it's like, yeah, most games are 9 to 10 turns. If you can get, you know, 4-ish clicks from Arasana a game, that's possibly enough. You just don't run Cubon at all. You just, like, again, you take this 45 as the list. Cubon, I think, is just an engine card, and I think the engine's like pretty close. So it's like, okay, yeah, pulling up my paint thing, right? If I actually genuinely, I think if Reaper NEH isn't part of the meta, I think Engine Ari like can tune the deck to survive these other matchups. The R plus matchup is like, do they get a Crypto Crash Amani Sanai on turn 3 or 4? If so, you probably lose. But if you get just a little bit past that part of the game, my sense is you're probably going to be okay. And you have to pilot extremely carefully, but that's true of everyone against the R plus list. And this is a little bit of cope, but like in general, what I found is that against NBN, Pichasau and Slap Vandal are really good. And so people cutting the Slap Vandal, I think, are going to have a harder time in the R plus matchup. But just being like, yeah, I'll break your ice. I'll break your ping for 2 credits. Oh, because I'm an idiot who forgets that ESSA exists, but it's in fact here. We'll do ESSA. That's where ESSA belongs. Lou is on the oh. Did I? Okay. I meant to write Lou here as well. Oh, I cannot move this. Well, this is cursed. Lou is different from Mulch, and I think Lou is probably the stronger of the 2 decks if I had to guess. Let's actually play a little bit of the Lou, maybe. This is funny, like, this is like a Corp meta that, like, I just don't... Like, I only want to play the 1 Corp deck that I enjoy playing. But I know that there's a lot of other, like, stronger Corps out there. Oliver, Audrey, Buzzsaw, Cleaver, Botchless, 3x Imp, yada yada yada. Okay, this seems fine. Hey Eric, thanks for stopping by. I've plugged your channel, but if you want to plug it again, I would not mind. If you want to give people a link to the stream we did on Monday, that I had a lot of fun, and you've also done a fantastic job of putting way more work in than I ever could in clipping and exporting little YouTube shorts, which have been a lot of fun. I don't think anyone else has played ESSA since Worlds Cold Lava, and like it's one of those things where, man, this is like the shady. I've been accidentally like giving out a ton of shade, like without really meaning to. But like, let's go see Type Worlds Championship. So like you look and it's like, okay, Lost Geek comes in 4th, and then the next member of NWE playing this list comes in 47th. And to me, it seems like the NWE players are, I would say, better than 47th. And like Worlds is tough. There's a lot of really good players there. But to me, that almost suggests that they were good players who brought decks that didn't help them. And that happens, like, people can miss on the meta. So I guess the difference I would say is that, you know, so that is true, Cold Lava, that Kennel got improved. And like has been a mainstay of the meta. I think the fact that ESSA hasn't suggests something different about the list. West Coast NASA's won on ESSA. That's true as well, Eric. Yeah. I guess maybe people haven't been talking about it as much. I think ESSA is like... did I close paint? Right? So ESSA has like some good matchups and some... I mean, actually, you know what? If we think about like where ESSA is on this list, like it's probably fine into Reaper on EH. It's good into Rush Ob. Again, this is like the ESSA and Sable. The data says ESSA and Sable is good into Rush Ob. The my gut says it's not that bad. PD suffers into ESSA. I think Glacier BTL probably just runs over ESSA. So Bemi Wemi, that's going to be my best. There isn't an order to this list. I think this is actually one of the coolest things about this meta is, and what I was trying to do, but like kind of have to just start over, is that this list is circular. Like you have... I've now like completely fucked this image too by writing on top of itself. But like you have Reaper on EH, you've got R+, and like these decks kind of eat Crim, right? I would argue. Oh, that's not what I want. Like, I think Reaper NEH has a real... Like, Deep Dive Sable has a real Reaper NEH issue. I think it's like... And maybe Eric can correct me if I'm wrong about that, but that's at least my impression. The Twinning and Deep Dive lists, like, just completely prey on PD and the Rush Obs. Oh, goodness, this is super cursed. Okay, let's just do... Here we're gonna just do brushes. We're gonna get a big ol'... Can I go bigger than 8? Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Let's just like delete and we'll fill. And then hey, one sec. Okay. I'm gonna move these guys off to the side because I don't have as good things to say about them and where they fit in the meta, right? But this is kind of the circle I actually see. Is we've got okay, we're gonna, now that I've zoomed out and like we're gonna use the advanced text. So Reaper NEH, we've got Crim. Oh no. What am I doing? Okay. Beep. We've got Rush Ob and PD. We've got Mulch, Loop, Reg Hosh. And we've got like Deep Dive Lat. Actually, I'm not sure where Deep Dive Lat goes, so I'm going to leave him there. Hey, Andre. You know what? Let's just leave this for a second. We'll remake the lobby in a moment. So I guess what I think is cool about this meta is like these. Oh, lol. What? Okay. Like these decks beat these ones beat these beat those, and these beat these. And then like you have Deep Dive Lat, which sort of ends up being like between some of the like, and you know it's like, okay, argue like what do these serve to do? These guys serve to beat, like, yeah, this is becoming a super cursed graphic. But like where's BTL? BTL's over here. So BTL beats these lists. I think BTL maybe beats these lists, but probably gets beat by these ones. Oh goodness, this graphic is incredibly cursed. Okay, let's get rid of that weird arrow and this weird arrow. Okay, and then we'll go and fill them in so no one notices. With graphics like these, Jessica writes StimHack articles. You wound me. You wound me, ma'am. You wound me. But like, I think this is the cool thing, right? Is you have this like circle where like, depending on on what you want to do, yeah. Here, let me get that in. So here we've got, and we're gonna just put in more tempo, less tempo. Here we go. Now it's a true stim hack article. It almost works. Mulch is on the wrong side. Like, these two need to swap, but then you can put them in more and less tempo. I think it actually, like, okay, this was a joke, but like now I'm like, okay, wait, but we actually can just fit this in if we just do, hold on. Oh god, the undo button doesn't work the way I want it to. Okay, move these here. We move these here. And I'll have to fix some arrows, but we'll also have to move Reg Hosh. Okay. This is the meta snapshot. Put this up on the NSG website, and then we'll apply for my Pulitzer next. But yeah, I think there's like this cool thing in the meta. I mean, so honestly, what's cool about this meta is there's not a clear best deck, at least that I've seen. Maybe someone will have something figured out for CBI. To me, the meta is much more about what do you enjoy playing, how do you enjoy controlling and creating advantages in the board state, and what do you anticipate other people are going to do to create their own advantages in the board state. Because every deck is beat by some other good deck. It's not just like a, oh yeah, if someone plays Arasana, like, that's probably the best argument for BTL, is like, oh, the things that beat the best are probably Essa and Arasana, and the Essa matchup, if you can triple advance a Pharaohs, I think the Essa list kind of dies, which is maybe why they would have to start running some Hushes or something. Oh, excuse me. Like, generally, like, you're playing a good deck, and your opponents can bring a good deck, and they're all going to have games. You think BTL Lu is really hard for BTL? Okay, yeah, I believe you. Like, I have not played, like, I'm a bit of a meta fraud right now, where I have not actually played that much of the top level meta. I've mostly just kind of heard people talk about it, so I could definitely believe that BTL has a hard time with the Lu matchup, because I would guess. So having heard that, I would say, okay, if they can get in early, they can start disrupting some of your tools, trashing your ice, and then just make infinite amounts of money with a Strike Fund Steel Skin combo, I guess, right? You don't even need to be that fast, because they're so slow. Yeah, that makes some sense. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I wish I was a little more plugged into the meta, but I also, I struggle to have enough time, and I've got other commitments, including to NSG, which make it a little bit trickier. Is Lu on Botulus as well? I believe so? Yeah, it's on 3 Botuluses, so it's going to have a lot of nice little tools into BTL. That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, Simulchip Cookbook, Imp, all good stuff and lots of money. If BTL splashes for Magnet, it improves the Lu matchup. Yeah, I think one of the cards that people are underplaying is Magnet. It's one of the reasons I'm actually pretty down on Mulch, is because I think, Tomb of Viruses, 2 Magnets, makes their, it requires you to draw them, but is going to be pretty good for you in a lot of cases. And, I'm always biased to think about things from the op angle, and I'm like, yeah, if I go, border control, pop border control, get a Magnet, it's not that easy for a Mulch deck to actually contest my remote, especially if I have viruses and stuff to go with it. And they're like, oh yeah, we don't run any real money. I'm like, okay, thank you, Manic Arm, Skunkworks, border control, all this. There's just lots of stuff you can do. A lot of people queuing up for Runner. Less standard stuff, I got. Fewer people, more people like me, kind of more enthused about Runner side than Corp. So, it's interesting because it's like, oh, a lot of people, there's a lot of innovation happening runner side right now. I think people feel like, I forget what they're calling this R plus deck now. Let's go back and let me change. Okay. Dark Fate, yeah. I'm going to be honest. There's many silly names in Netrunner. Dark Fate to me is one of the dweebiest. But yeah, that's why it's like, oh yeah, you have a field of like you have like R plus, R plus, R plus, R plus, op, R plus, and then like just PDs just like making it all the way up there. Like it's kind of wild. Also, they did a 16-person cut for a 90-person event is a little bit silly. Like that's a huge portion of the people that showed up make it to the cut, which is fine. It just is a little bit silly to me. I mean, you have taken the Patrick factor. Yeah, I mean, Patrick is really good at precision design. That's certainly true. All right, we're up against head moths. I mean, this seems like a keeper, I think. I believe someone recently described it as to play against Patrick on Rotom, you just have to play against someone playing it perfectly. And if you can beat it, then you're in a good spot. No ice on HQ. Okay. I think I'm going to price first. So if I knob, I get 2... Do I need the knob this early, or do I just want the fermenter? It may have been, Cat. It may have been. If this is a snare, I'm a little sad, but not even that sad, I think. Ooh, I love to imp a brand, though. Can I ditch two Botulises here? I feel like probably not. I think I'm just going to take a draw here. Oh, that's a good draw, though. I kind of want to just go draw, moshing. We don't ice HQ here. I can, like, run the Spin Doctor, run HQ. I might even be able to do it anyway. This is like, what good is my hand doing me? It might be credit, but no, it can't be credit when I have this hand. Okay, so it's gonna be moshing these 3 cards. Botulus here. We can actually probably afford to wait a turn. We might get purged. Okay, we're just going to try and apply pressure, I think, out in places that are not the remote. I think is my plan here. This is a matchup I actually don't know exactly how it's going to go, and my opponent definitely has ways of making my life quite difficult. Okay, with a Solidarity badge in hand, I'm much more tempted to go like... Or Steel Skin in hand, sorry. Install the Fermenter, now run Server 2. Because now if I get hit with net damage, I probably don't really care. Um, okay, so we'll break a core. I don't think I care about 2 core damage here. I think I do care about losing my Knobkery. Yeah, we will draw 2 cards. Okay, so this one's on Conduit. I think we can get rid of the Pinhole. Okay, so I sort of need an answer to tier here before I can make runs. Ah, there we go. There's our answer to tier. Oh, even better. We're like in a very nice answering tier spot. Okay, beautiful. Now they've iced the outermost on server 2. So we can go back doing this. Ah. Okay, that's fine. We will hippo this, though. As long as I click through the tier. I honestly don't think I... Yeah, I kind of do have to click through the tier, but that's fine. Oh, wow, we matched? Okay, I'm actually going to put this on the fermenter here. Well, imp. Beautiful. We'll run HQ again. Love this for us. I probably click the fermenter for 8. Price it out for another hippo. And then we're going to just simul-chip, get a botch list on this tier. Oh, is this the null signal station music? That's funny. I feel that sounds right to me, but yeah, I think head moths, they're in a tricky spot here, I think. We'll see though. We'll see. Okay, so that's probably an NGO front. Okay, buffer drive I probably will install. We'll run R&D, I think. I get the... So the way that Ag Infusion works, I go into the encounter step, then I can jack out if I want to. I can't actually break this. I'm literally just saying, hit me with your best shot. But you're on 8 credits, so this could be an Anansi. I survive the Anansi if I need to. Ooh, okay. Yep. So we're going to trigger Strike Fund. We're going to gain 2, and then we're going to put Strike Fund on the bottom of the stack. gonna breach the server and die to Project Fuji, I think. Oh no, it's stolen, right? Yeah, we'll imp that. We're gonna draw. And we'll put down a paladin. Okay. Opponent's gonna score a second off-world office. That's a bummer. So we'll run HQ. Imp of Vampirinessa. Would love to see it. Ooh, there's an Audrey. Great. I think we'll just put another Botulus down on this Vampirinessa. We'll draw. And probably click for a credit here. I don't think I need the second imp. Server 2 is probably busted. Maybe it's not. So let's go, let's get Solidarity Badge. Is this the curse play I have to do of going... I think this is the curse... Oh no, I just... Audrey... Run HQ... Run server 2... I can also fully break the Vampiriness. Ooh, okay. I actually might charge up this Botulus. I imp this, yeah? Yeah, I think there's no reason not to imp that. Okay, I have 2 strike funds. Let's try and hit one of them here, I think. Okay, we're going to resolve Steelskin. We're going to draw 2 cards. Then we're going to resolve Strike Fund, and we're going to gain 2. And then we're going to put Strike Fund on the bottom. And then we're going to shuffle back Simulchip, Simulchip. Cookbook, probably. And then we're going to get rid of Audrey and Revolver for now. Oh, and another one. I guess Buzzsaw. Alright, we're just doing this again. I don't think I mind that. Strike Fund, gain 2. Strike Fund, start turn. Solidarity Badge, draw a card. Okay, cool. So... it's probably... draw... Run server 2. I can just pitch 2 cards here if I need to. What strength is Audrey at? Oh no, Audrey's at strength 0. So it would be pitching 3 cards here. I think I can give them a click. That's fine. So if I pitch 2 cards, I can get through the Vampire NASA. Don't trash anything though. So I think instead I'm just going to install the Simul chip. And then we're going to Audrey, Strike Fund, Game 2. Put the Strike Fund on the bottom. Okay, clicking to draw is a sign of weakness. Oh, I guess it's not with the way the tier works. That being the last NGO front. No, it's not even the last NGO front. Maybe the Spin Doctor put one back. Yeah. I don't think like, unless that's double advanced, I don't know why I would run that. And this we will hippo. Probably Audrey's slightly more valuable than the Imp. Okay, let's run back. If we find an agenda, we can win. We did not. That might be a Spin Doctor in server 2. Seems like a reasonable include. Oh, it's a Rashida. Interesting. So probably a Spin Doctor now. So what do I need? I kind of need cards. This Audrey's not actually going to go that far. But if opponent's turn isn't install advance, I'm in a pretty good spot. Oh, I was supposed to, after hippoing, Simulchip get the conduit. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. Okay, so this cookbook is technically worth installing. I think I actually am maybe supposed to trash the Audrey here. Okay. Breach the server. I think I'll still put it on the Imp. Yeah, we'll Imp that. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to keep the Audrey so I can keep the cycle going infinitely, but let's just, like, try and win instead. Because this actually can't be a Spin Doctor, so, like... I guess I'm not winning now, right? I might be dead. Lamau. Killed myself at the end, it looks like. Going for greed. Okay. Hey, Jamie. Strike fund on the bottom. Oh, wow. Okay. What a weird sequence.
Thank you for volunteering your time to
Vulnerability
listen.
audit,
Consumer
doing its
value
sneaky
for this
best.
group. Your opinions are valuable to us, and we want to know what they are. Tell us everything. Everything. Everything.
Well, that's what I get for not getting that conduit down a click earlier. Yeah, that would have won me the game. So, or a turn earlier, but so it goes. We'll do another. I definitely didn't play that super, super tightly, but that was, you know, it's fun and it's definitely got some legs to it. I think the like, we'll just stop the corp from ever scoring is always going to be a very strong game plan, and this loot deck does it, I think, really well with a very high engine. How are you doing, Jamie? It's been a minute. I'm hoping to finally get back to stuff next week, but are you sure with Audrey at the end you couldn't have cracked the remote? I probably could have. I actually would be a little surprised if I couldn't. I think, genuinely, Eric, my thinking was, it's a single advanced card. They're on 4 points. There's no way I lose this. And so I can just play, like, I could expend a lot of resources contesting the remote, get to 2 points, and then lose to, like, a Spin Doctor install and some, like, I was like, okay, maybe there's a way if they go, like, Spin Doctor, install a threat in the remote, and I've spent all my simul chips and I've had to throw away my labor rights, like, I could end up in some trouble. Though I guess I could always, like, throw labor rights to the bottom, so it ends up there. But yeah, it's true. I also, like, I think if Vulnerability Audit, like, was a card I was expected to see more, I'd give it a shot. Or, like, I'd play around it a bit more. But, yeah, I mean, it would be... A 4-3, like, is a good stat line. Yeah, I was making a meta call, and I meta called wrong, and, like, maybe the correct play was like, oh no, but we just never need to let our opponent try and win. Because, yeah, it's like, oh, I know there's a local who has Vulnerability Audit in his lists, and I just go, like, I have to respect it, but it means I win on some scores that I shouldn't. To be fair, like, the awake part of QTM played against you. I'm not sure what that means, D. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna beat myself up too much. Like, I played that deck kind of badly. I was, like, 1 versus 5. Okay. I do feel a little bit worse for losing to that now. Because I was, like, I clicked on the last click conduit run. I was like, oh, why did I do that? Losing the seamless audit is one of the quickest the game is over with flashes. Yeah, that's a huge one. Like, I can see a world where vulnerability audit starts to pose a real problem because of seamless launch and stuff like that. Hope, you know, presumably the influence keeps it a little bit balanced, and being a completely non-defensive 4-3, like, having no defensive ability is a bit of a bummer for it. Oh, okay. We don't got Chaos Orb. Oh yeah, D, you added the restream bot again. I'm assuming you mean to Andre, the quickest the game is over whiplashes is the opponent pops false lead. Yeah. Oh hey, it's a little known. I've never seen this handle before. Um, Ooh, okay. So this is not the best hand, but it's not the worst either, to be honest. Can I keep this? I think I want a mulligan for Imp, right? Um, how many pings did I put in general today because of issues? Internet issues. Yep, just a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, only 4 is not bad, and they haven't happened for an hour or two. That's great. Okay, I think we're just gonna do the like very slow Solidarity Imp run R&D. I don't mind this too much because it's basically 2 credits in a card. Okay. Sure. Go to 0, Andre, I dare you. Let's get those sick rips / die to punitive your digital life punitive turn 2. I suspect that's what this deck is punitive ag. I'm just gonna say my opponent doesn't have it in the first couple of cards. Yeah, I would definitely prefer to have gotten, 2 cards and a credit here. But oh wow, did not draw, so I'm not dead. Probably this card's not super valuable to trash, or we're gonna see a Tatu Bola. Or he was just saying there's no way Jeff opens with this. We're just gonna draw because we are a little bit low on money here. Okay, so my assumption is we've got a Tatu here, but not on HQ. So I'm gonna run R&D first to try and get a Tatu res. Now we're gonna run HQ. If there's a second Tatu Bola, you got me. I think what I'll do is just draw and Paladin here. I think I don't mind this game slowing down a little bit. I think I'm okay also ditching this Botulus for now. Show me what's in that hand. Adrian, Longevity, Managarm, Regolith, Vampire, and Nasa. So if I can get in, I mean, it seems worth it. Though it's probably not easy to get in given how I've played this hand. Okay. Just putting a Fermenter down seems fine, though. Can I afford to lose this labor rates? I think I can. Oh, is he just playing this very slow control deck? I guess that is what he's doing, right? Um, credit Audrey. This was not the right turn to do this. The reason being, I don't... Running HQ here is a little bit suspect. We know there's a Vampira Nasa in hand. The reason it's a little bit suspect is... Oh, Sadaka's an interesting one. Trash a resource or arrange the top 3. Yep. I think I just can let this one fire. I don't mind losing Cookbook or Paladin here. Cookbook is pretty important, to be honest, but we have recursion pieces for it, / 2 of them, I believe. Oh, just the one. Okay. I thought we had 2. Yep, I think the Cookbook's the right trash here. I kind of have to imp this, honestly. And then I can run HQ a second time. Trash a card from my grip, draw 2. Fully break. And trash that. So next turn is going to be Pop Fermenter, Price, run Archives, probably. Just gonna pick up the 2 points while I can. What if the Simul chip down for now? I'm not actually under a ton of pressure to run still, because I think Andre's trying this RP inspired deck. I think I can spend my whole turn on this. Oh, I should be using Audrey here, but I'll just do it at end of Andre's turn, I think. Finding a hippo would be very... Okay, now finding a hippo is less good. We're the Pinhole Threading Archives. Oh, this is the longevity, isn't it? Oh, it's not, though. Engine is back online. Let's draw before I install anything. The Fermenter's slightly more valuable than the Cleaver here. And we're just going to click for a credit, I think. I see an argument for many things. Installing the Revolver also seems okay, though I'm quite MU pinched at the moment. Okay, so I don't need a lot of these cards, I think, in practice. We'll put Revolver at the bottom of the stack. Hey, there we are. Knobkery. I can let this agenda go. So I probably should have decided to drawn before I installed the Knobkery, but that's fine. So I think this is Adrian CS and the Longevity Serum. Okay, so we're setting up for a purge. Well, you don't need to ice archives to purge me out here. I guess I should have got my cleaver down, shouldn't I? Okay, we're gonna breach the server. We're gonna put a virus counter on imp. We'll get rid of the stock. I think that's okay. Okay, I think I'm happy to sit here still. There's no reason to get a breaker down yet. Next turn is probably going to be install cleaver and then run HQ or R&D. So what are we going to recur here? I wonder if the Sadaka is like twinning tech for very slow games. Do Strike Fund, we gain our 2. Let me put Strike Fund on the bottom of the stack. Then we get all of our ticks, ticks, ticks. Ooh, we found our other one. Okay, so I think it's going to be Pop Fermenter, install Cleaver, install Buzzsaw, run HQ. And we have... Do we have access to the revolver? No, I put it on the bottom of the deck because I'm big-brained. Okay. We will fully break the magnet. Place a virus counter on the imp. We will... I wonder if I just pay 2. I think I do. And then at end of turn, we will trash the Strike Fund, gain 2, Strike Fund. Okay, and end the turn. I feel like Ag Infusion gets to run any weird ice they like if it's cheap because it's also a boop slot. Yeah, I think that's a good observation. Okay, so can we break Bran 3 times? Or 2 times, I guess, is really the question. I guess we... Yeah, because we need to. I think the answer is yes. Yes, we can. We just have to ditch our entire hand to do so, but I think that's okay. Oh, no, we don't want to ditch the labor rights, though. So what we're going to do is, I think this time we're going to go trash the moshing. We can put the moshing on the bottom. Trash the solidarity badge, and then we're going to break up to 4 subroutines. I'm gonna put the virus counter on Audrey. We're gonna roll a 0, and we're gonna let Andre roll. And we'll imp him. There's an argument to be made that I should not imp him. The argument being that I want to actually imp the agenda. Now my plan, actually the steel skin changes my plan, doesn't it? Okay. And then I should have another strike fund, I think. One strike fund, yeah. Okay, and now I can spend 8 to fully break the Bran. We'll steal the Nisei Mark II. GG. Oh, why are we ever imping the agenda? Yeah, I don't know. You're right. I forgot that we were on game point. I literally thought we were on 3. I like forgot that I had stolen agendas, to be honest. Man, this loot deck feels sick, though. This is fun. Like, you're just dunking on corpse. Just open imp, indeed. Yeah, just open 2 imps. GG, Andre. Yeah, just open 2 imps is the trick to the deck. Yeah, this is a cool little engine. This is really cool. You have 18 ice. Oh. And you had, what, like 1 in your opening hand and probably 2 agendas? Yeah, opening hand was Mulligan into just Sadaka. Oh, right, yeah, so it was Sadaka, Mavirus on HQ. Ugh. Yeah, that's terrible. That is... At that point, I think you just assume the Sadaka is going to just waste a click, right? I almost wonder if that was the line after you found the second ice for HQ. Man, that's a tough one, though. Well, thanks for the game, Andre. Sorry that didn't go the way you were hoping it would. Was this the Ag Infusion you were playing last night on stream? The, like, Replicating Perfection throwback? I'm assuming so based on these same Mark IIs, but... And, yeah, I guess probably tuned up a little bit to run the off-worlds. Yeah, I think the cookbook is a really good hit, for sure. It's valuable. Bottom... Top card... Okay, yeah. Strike Fund and Moshing. Cool. Yeah, I probably am not supposed to put that Moshing back in. Yeah, it's a little more modern, but kind of same idea. I think, like, it's an interesting idea. I think it's just, like, yeah, that matchup is going to be really rough for you in a lot of cases. I keep going to my decks, but I'm not logged in over here. Let's go at NBN. Let's go and actually play this list that's taken over the meta. This Dark Fate. And we will... Yeah, I could see it being an interesting matchup, Andre, where, like, if Ag Infusion's able to, like, kind of get a little bit established before the Lu starts getting in. Then you can probably actually survive just fine. Yeah, I think Dark Fate's... I call earlier, Cat, I was saying it's a weeb name. So, it's a good deck, but a weeb deck name. Surprised you didn't take over the meta, it took over JNet Casual. You mean the Lu deck? That makes, I mean, this seems good, right? Oh, the R+ deck. Oh, I didn't realize it had taken over. I feel like it's ping HQ. I think I want to hold... Like, I don't get that much value out of going Wage Workers Regolith. So I actually think I want to hold the bluff a little bit. So to be honest, I have not been playing on JNet like at all. So I genuinely don't know. I actually think undoing the Bravado run is very good. No, I like, to be honest, like, I played Netrunner at Sovereign of Subways, and like, I had a good time. I didn't love my decks. I was playing Calibration Testing Op and oh, Bologna. Okay, cool. John, I was kind of hoping that the runner would spend some tempo going after me. Yeah, I was playing Deep Dive Ari and Calibration Testing Op, and the Deep Dive Ari was like really solid. It went 4-1, but it was, sorry, it had a very good record going 4-1, and it felt like one of the shakiest decks I'd played in months. And coming from someone who's playing like the weird ass RE engine. And so it was just a little bit like, but why would I do this when I could do like a more solid Shaper deck? Do I just install? No, I don't have the... Okay, so I think it's just Spin Doctor, Bologna, B1000, like the Regolith. Yeah, it's funny, Eric, because like there was a lot of those games where I was like, oh, I am in control, but actually no, that's not true. Like 2 of my wins, I was like, holy shit, I can't find an SMC to save my life. Where's my card draw? Is this not how you're supposed to play the R+ list? I just sort of have been like, this is just a good way to play. Yeah, Colin, I do wish we could have gotten to play the real matchup. That would have been nice. Okay, you can go after my Spin Doctor if you want. Jamie, this deck is supposed to work by just being the most oppressive tag nonsense of all time. Okay, seeing my Bologna is bad for me here. I think I res the Amani Sanai anyway. Just don't run the Rashida, please, and I have a chance of winning here. You're fucking kidding me. Okay, I think I realistically look at going Spin Doctor, Shuffle, 2 Wage Worker seems good. We res the Spin Doctor and rip the Oppo. There it is. There we go. Okay, then we go AR, Oppo, gain 2, spend 5, and that's game, I think. Okay, so we're gonna ditch Rashida, ditch Regolith. I feel like we might want the second B1001. The Rashid is so good. Do I need both of these punishes? I feel like self-growth isn't doing that much here. No, it's probably the shipment, right? No, there's a real chance my opponent actually just runs the AR enhanced security because they're like, oh, I'm just super tagged. Yeah, I mean, I'll risk the ping for neutral. Am I supposed to Starlit Knight the B1001 here? I feel like I might be. Though I do just have some real troubles to some rips here. Oof. Okay, so I do need to actually just go and put the Starlit Knight on R&D. Okay, so we're gonna slow down a little bit here. Oh yeah, I did miss the deep dive potential there. Oh no, but they didn't make a successful run on HQ, so... Oh, install federal fundraising? Yeah, that's definitely better than advance that AR. I guess, so the reasoning was, I can't trigger federal... I can't trigger the federal fundraising, but I actually totally can. Like, I can use it to set up the R&D to be safe and not draw. Yeah, so that's better than the AR enhanced, but... I'm up 5-2, but feeling okay. I just can't let my opponent access R&D. But I actually don't know if that's going to be a... Well, we'll see. It probably will be an issue, but... Yeah, Janktivist, I guess it only does something if I... If I score my 2 Bolognas. It probably stop like 5 tags with the amount of money they have is like in theory clearable, right? Especially as I start using B1001 to clear some of their tags for them. Like I think there's a non-zero chance my opponent can pull themselves out of this a little bit. Okay, so... Okay, we're mutual favoring. What do we grab with this favor? Kurapira makes some sense. Go in HQ. Okay, so now I can actually make their life annoying. Okay. New remote. New remote. New remote. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's undo that. Click. Res. New remote. Self-growth program. Return Kuapira. Return Mystic back to hand. I don't have that much money. I guess I have 3 credits there.
Engaging Bifrost array.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go... Well, that's an interesting draw. Oh, here's what we do. Okay, so we go... Do I just start scoring this out? I don't feel like I do. Done. I decline to draw. I go... Advance, advance, score, initiate a trace 3. I think, is it Paladin? I feel like that's like a guaranteed credit. And then I'm just going to take 3 from the Regolith. HQ is very safe, and I'm actually pretty happy to draw that agenda next turn, like try and move the next one down. Oh my god. Yeah, we also can shuffle a deck. I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. So I think it's take 3 and install this in server 9. Like, the Bologna on top is actually pretty safe. So, like, I think what happens is next turn I put the Bologna back on top, draw the artificial, score the tomorrow's headline, and then put the artificial in server 9. And we just do the weirdest scoring pattern that's imaginable. Ooh, Bones is coming to town. Goodbye, wage workers. That's going to be sad for me. Oh, am I supposed to be 1001 that? I'll probably be 1001 this run. Maybe I'm not. Okay, now I am going to do the shuffle. Let's get back shipment and wage workers. Now look at the top 3 cards. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to take the draw here. Okay, we're going to trash Bones. Yeah, that's what I was realizing. Spin Doctor, wage workers. I don't think I need to deny a bankroll credit this badly. Trash it all, why not? I probably could. I can also just bounce it, right? And that's kind of my thinking. Though the Mystic I maybe should have trashed. Are we going to pop the bankroll, play a sure gamble? Oh, I don't like that Kurapira install. Not one bit. I don't know why you're installing that. I mean, this is a good click. Do I want to deny them 1 credit? No, I don't think I want to clear a tag for them. Yeah, this is me getting punished for not trashing their companions. Okay. I mean, I think we're going to leave this as is. We're going to draw a card. Res. Advance, advance, advance. Score. I'm going to use tomorrow's headline. Let's gain 2. And we'll trace 3. We'll return the coup repair to hand, and probably do want this Maryland campaign on the board because the agenda's not on the top, so it might be a minute till we find it. And next turn we might just like res Maryland, click for 3, trash Paladin. I don't know. Hey, Gyroscopic. We're playing the cringe R plus deck and having a good time doing it. Oh wow, yeah, opponent is deciding that they can get out of tag, and I don't think they're wrong to do so. Excuse me. Okay. Draw. Okay, let's click for 3. Spin for agenda. Yeah, you're probably right, John. But I want to make my opponent suffer. I'm done being a good guy in Netrunner. I want to become a villain. Yes, yes. There it is. Okay. Gyroscopic. Okay, I'm on the bus to a Singapore Comic-Con as we speak to help a friend out with the Warhammer tournament. I have the Gateway demo decks press ganging people to try and play Netrunner. That's sick. Okay, Maryland campaign. Look at the top 3 cards. Let's go wage workers, money. Wait, no, I'm gonna start over because I don't. Oh, I do have wage workers, but I think it's still Amani Sinai on the bottom, then wage workers, then Maryland. Done. Yes. Okay. Do I shipment from Vlad this crypto crash? I guess I do, right? So I go artificial, I go shipment, I score, crypto crash, initiate a trace, 4. I think I return class act to hand and trash the Mimi, and we'll say goodbye to a VSA. Kurapira makes another appearance. Triple install first. I guess. We'll res Spin Doctor here. We're gonna shuffle. Let's look for this and this. Yeah, I'm fine with my play, to be honest, there. This turn is going to be a triple install, I think. Okay, I'm gonna go VSA on HQ, ping on archives, Maryland in a new remote, and let's do wage workers in a new remote. I think I will take the Maryland shuffle this turn because I know I don't want the top card of R&D, so we're going to go Maryland campaign, shuffle, look at the top 3, Maryland, Bologna, okay. Yes, so then we go Bologna and server 9, card protecting server 9, and we install a Maryland campaign because that's how Jeeves works. Let's go, we have Jeeves back! I forgot to rest this Maryland campaign, didn't I? Well, we'll do it for the flex, I guess. Maryland. No. Okay. Advance, seamless. Score. GG! Gyroscopic. I start to see the value of leaving duplicate federals unres once runner goes tag me. Digging one card deeper is not really as important as not losing the game on R&D single access. I mean, 2 stacked federals. Oh yeah, because the runner can just go and trash them once they're full tag me. Yeah. No, that's definitely the case. Yeah, I think, amusingly, like, our opponent's mistake was, I think, running the Bologna and not checking the Rashida. If they had found the Rashida, we actually, I think, just lose. Because the Oppos were too deep. And that was maybe too aggressive of me to install the Bologna without an Oppo in hand. But, yeah, I don't know, this is, like, table carnage. Maybe I play it wrong, and this is not how you're supposed to play the deck. You're supposed to play, like, 2 to 3 remotes and, like, put value pieces in, but I feel like most people just don't have enough stuff to really handle it. But yeah, that's our plus. It's a really good deck. Let's see. I think I am probably going to. I know it's early. I'm going to wrap up the stream there. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. It's great being back. I'm probably going to end up moving days again in the near future because I think as I'm discovering, I travel a lot on Fridays. And that doesn't work great for trying to have a regular stream. I'll be thinking, keep an eye out. I will probably be streaming next Friday regardless, because I have no plans. I don't have that much of a Friday life. And I might start looking at Tuesdays, because now my casual meetup has moved to Wednesdays. And we had, what was it? We've got like a pretty crowded schedule on not Wednesdays, which is a bummer, because it's, Neon Static every other week, but sometimes a bit more for Mondays on Neon Static. Andre streams Tuesday afternoons, but I might just be able to do a handoff where he finishes his stream and I start mine like an hour or so later. And then Wednesday is my thing, Thursday night Andre streams, and then Friday is an occasion stream. But or maybe we'll get Sokka back into it full time, who knows. But with that said, thanks everyone for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun, and next week we'll do some corpse, I promise. And see y'all then. Bye.